I'm here today with Sherlock Holmes from the Baskerville case. So I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
Do you think the killer of Sir Charles Baskerville is supernatural?
No, because I do not believe in that kind of supernatural stuff. I am more of a scientific guy, and I don't believe that the Hound is supernatural.
So who is your first suspect and why?
My first suspect was the Barrymores because I heard Mrs. Barrymore crying during the night, and when I asked her what the crying was, I think she lied to me because I know I heard someone crying, and she said she wasn't.
Okay, so Selden, the Notting Hill murderer, was killed. Do you know how this happened or why this happened?
Well, from what I heard, Mr. Barrymore gave Selden clothes because he didn't have much clothes because he didn't escape convict, and those clothes were from Sir Henry originally. So the Hound tracked Sir Henry's scent and killed Selden instead of Sir Henry.
And during the case, you were on the moor, but you told everybody that you were in London. Why did you do this?
Well, part of the reason is I wanted to get a view from a different perspective, and I didn't want anyone to act suspiciously because the best detective in town was there. So I just wanted everyone to act normally so I could read the case on how it actually happened.
Thank you. Back to you in the studio.
As you can see, this is a very interesting interview. We will be right back after this short moment.
My name's L.A. Slinger 54, and that's my gun. It's got a flashlight. A flashlight. You can attach it with tape that is not included. And you could shoot hounds like this, a little itch. Shoot! Get your gun now. Call 987-799-9111. And you can get a free gun included with a flashlight. And they can kill hounds like there's nothing left. But don't shoot yourself. Remember, don't try to stay home, kids. Ah! And I just have some questions to ask you, if that's okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How do you feel about the warning note sent to you by Miss Stapleton?
I feel very good knowing that it was intended for a good purpose. I know Miss Stapleton was only trying to protect me from the moor and the hound.
Did you get scared at all when it said that if you value your life, stay out of the moor?
No.
Okay. Do you have an obsession with the moor like Sir Charles did?
No, the moor is a very dark place, and it tends to scare me, knowing there's a great hound lurking around in there.
Do you know why Sir Charles was killed by the hound? Or how?
I know Mr. Stapleton had used the hound to kill Sir Charles.
When the hound pounced on you, did it scare you at all? Or what were you feeling when that happened?
I was very scared. I let a little wee out of my trousers. But I was very thankful that Holmes had shot the hound and killed it, saving my life.
That's good. So, what were your feelings throughout the whole case? Were you scared at any moments, or?
Yes, especially when the hound pounced on me and going over to the Stapletons. Mr. Stapleton is a very sketchy man.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, and
No, thank you.
back to you.
What's your name?
Hello, I'm interviewing Dr. Watson today.
Hello, Mr. Reporter.
I'm going to ask you some questions. Is that all right?
That is fine with me.
Okay. When did you find out Holmes was on the moor?
Well, I was at Mr. Franklin's house, and he has a telescope that he uses to find people on the moor. And so I saw someone through the telescope that I knew wasn't Selden. So I went down to investigate, and I found a tent, and while I was in there, Sherlock came, and that's how I found him.
Were you surprised about this?
At first I was, but now that I think about it, it is logical that he was on the moor.
What did you think of the moor?
I thought the moor was a dark place and not very bright.
What did you think of the Stapletons?
I thought the Stapletons were kind of sketchy. I mean, they didn't really look anything alike, and they said they just it's a bit weird.
Well, thank you. Back to you, Matt Lauer. Hello, today I am interviewing somebody named Mr. Stapleton. May I ask you some questions?
Yes.
Alright, what was your birth name?
Well, you may ask, what is my birth name? And I will answer, Sir Roger Baskerville, Jr.
Very sexy.
Thank you.
Why did you plan to kill the Baskervilles?
I wanted the money. It's all about the money.
How did you plan to kill the Baskervilles?
Well, you see, I have this hound. It's just a normal dog. But it's big, and I covered it in phosphorus.
Dun dun dun.
Why did you leave Puerto Rico in the first place?
I embezzled money. I stole money from the government.
Well, thank you
Thanks,
for
sir.
your time.